Greetings, it is I, Tantus Naravan Dracovin, Lord and Emperor of the Dracovin Empire, and welcome. It is time to continue on my discussion on the forgotten collectible card games of old, Forgotten CCGs. We're continuing with Spellfire. I'm going to continue with its rules, getting closer to the end of talking about the rules of Spellfire and how you can play the game. Let's continue where we left off with combat, in the order of activation. Now, as this is going to be the complete order of activation, so if it ever comes up in your play, this is going to be the exact order that cards are going to activate their abilities. We start with the rules cards. Any rules cards have their effect. Then any realms. Then any holdings. Then any spells, psychic abilities, or other cards that have been played before battle. In the order that they were played in, they're going to have their before battle effect. If you have a champion that has a before battle effect, it will go off. Now we look at the attacking champion. You have the attacking champion special ability. Then you have any artifacts attached to it. Then you have any allies attached to it. Any magic items. Any blood abilities. Any thief ability. Any unarmed combat effect. Any psionic powers. And finally any spells. In that order, in the order that they were actually played or attached to the creature in the first place. Then you look at the defender and you do the entire thing from that entire list of the attached to the attacker, attached to the defender. And this is going to go this way unless there's a special exception which says it. Normally it's going to be the order it was played for each of those. So you'll get to that point in time, the order that magic items were played on it. If one of them says it's an exception and you do it first, then it's the exception. Otherwise, order that was played. Now the battle finally ends when either defender's realm is raised or discarded, or one of the attacker's champions is defeated or discarded. There are some special circumstances which will end the battle also. Now there are, other than those special circumstances, another results of the battle. First off, the defender wins the battle. The attacker is lost. The defender may return their champion to the pool. They have won, they may claim the spoils of victory, the attacker may not attack again. Second one, the attacker was successful in battle by defeating the defending champion. They can continue the attack. The victorious champion is returned to the pool which it came from, and the attacker may choose the attacker may choose a different champion than one that has already attacked this realm to attack it again. So they select a different one to send out to attack the realm. Different ones than was already involved in combat must be used at this point in time, attacking the same realm. The defender could decline to defend the realm. In this case, the realm is raised, the attacker is victorious, they can claim the spoils of victory. If the attacker decides not to continue the attack, the battle is over, but no one won. No one gets the spoils of victory. The attacker can always back out of the battle for the realm. They can always choose to stop the attack without any penalties. If some kind of card causes the defending realm to be raised or discarded on its own, then it counts as the attacker's victory. They claim the spoils of victory. The champions that were used in this combat are considered to have been used as part of the combat. They are returned to their pool. Neither are discarded. If some kind of card causes the attacking champion to be discarded or defeated, then it's automatically the defender's victory. They can claim the spoils of war. Now, the spoils of victory is very simple. You can effectively draw, if you're the attacker and you manage to raise or discard the realm, you can draw one card from your deck and you may play it immediately. That is the advantage of the Spoils of War. It gives you an immediate play of the card that you just drew. You get one card and you can do whatever you want with it. The same is then said with the defender. If they have defeated or discarded the attacking champion, they get one card and may play it immediately. As I talked about previously, there you could be victorious and still not have any realms, and then have to worry about losing your champions from your pool. Spoils of War is a way that you can suddenly save them. You draw a realm, you play it immediately. Now, certain cards will have icons representing they can do something special. Anything that removes special abilities from cards do not remove an icon. An example of an icon would be the wizard icon, allowing a wizard to cast wizard spells. This is just something they naturally do. It is not a special ability that can be removed. Other cards have similar effects like the psionic powers and the regents and their abilities that are linked intrinsically to the icon that is part of them. Now, all spells are going to either be in an offensive form or defensive form. Offensive, you're going to be using it to attack your opponent, to enhance an attacking champion. Defensive, you're going to be using it to enhance your own defending champions and realms. There are champions that are immune to offensive spells, but very few of them are immune to defensive spells, so you can always play those on your creatures. Now, spells must be cast on the phase it mentions on the actual spell. It will tell you when it is appropriate to cast it. It might list special circumstances in which you would cast it differently from normal. In that case, you would look to the spell and what it would be. Once you cast a spell, it has to have a target. You cannot cast a spell that does not have a target. For example, you can't cast a Dispel Magic unless you're actually dispelling something and targeting another spell. What would be the point of it? There is none. You can't do that. So that's it for today. I introduced you to the end of combat. I talked about the order of activation of your abilities, and I talked about victory and gaining the spoils of war, the victory conditions you could meet, what these spoils are, and then I moved into talking about, of course, icons, which represent the special abilities which represents a level of special ability that can never be lost to your creatures. And I started talking about spells. I talked about the basics of spells. And the next time I'm going to talk about specific types of spells that you can encounter and other special abilities that are general special abilities that your champions might have. So if any questions, comments, anything you say, anything you think I left out, please leave in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. It shows your support of the channel, the Empire, and the work I do. If you want to show some extra support, you could always check out my Patreon, link description below. But regardless, until the next time, I bid you farewell.